All right, this is Dylan Hovey here with Top Deck Productions, reminding you that these cards are brought to you by Card Hoarder, the best bot chain in the business. So if you need any Magic Online needs, then you should check them out. So that Jace was very good in the last round. Just found us exactly what we needed. I'm going to keep my hand. Opponent mulligans. I'm a little soft to like a turn one noble hierarch or something like that. If my opponent like gets out of the gate pretty quickly, I could be in some trouble. I think it's another blue-red deck. Could be Storm. Most of the time, I always put my opponents on Storm. If I see this, okay, so now we're playing another control mirror, it looks like. All right, that's going to be tough to beat. I have to be cautious with my life total. So we're playing against Jeskai. Now that's just a tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just get a blood crypt and then play. Get nasty Gurmasty into play. If my opponent paths it, then that's fine. It means we're going to play a Jace, an early Jace. God, running and hitting that stubborn denial right off that thought scour was such justice. Such poetic justice. We have the lightning bolt in our bin. So then it's already there. Well, I guess we're gonna delve it, so we don't have a way to bolt a Jace, but we do have the angler. The angler's gonna put some pressure on our opponent. They only have 4 cards. If we get untapped, we get stubborn denial back up. And even if they path this, then that means that we're just playing Jace next turn. Probably gonna play my basic island next turn. Kept a card on top. They kept a card. They didn't bin it, so it's got to be an answer to this Gurmag Angler if I had to assume. Or they're just short on lands and needed the land. This gets path. We get our swamp. Now, all right, if they get aggressive with this, then I'm just going to slam the Jace. But if they, yeah, it looks like this is going to come into play. It's a spreading seas, okay. Now we're going to Fate Seal our opponent. Actually, we could just Fate Seal us. I don't know, because they get 2 looks at good cards, so I'll put Path to Exile on the bottom. No, they can draw, well, yeah, we'll put that on the bottom. We don't really have any creatures right now. I should just let him have that, and that's a prime Inquisition of Kozilek target. Wow. Okay, so let's put this back, and let's put this on top of it. Cycle my Street Wraith. Make my. I just want to make my land drops. I don't have a red, so I am going to need to find a fetch land. But as soon as I find a fetch land, I'm in good shape. This is a cryptic. I'm going to stub the cryptic. Let's just secure the wastes. Oh, where'd my stub go? Where did my stub go? Oh, I got rid of it. Shoot. Actually, yeah, put on top. I knew I had it somewhere in the mix here. Elspeth, that is scary. But I guess we have Snap, Stubborn Denial to deal with that. So we're like a fetch land away from being really in control of this game. My opponent kind of needs spells to answer. Like, they put a colonnade there. They need spells. I guess they put a card in the bottom, so they'd have to draw land naturally. Elspeth is a way to get out of this. If we don't get Elspeth, I think I'm in good shape. If I do get Elspeth, I'm not in good shape. Though this says Kanta is going to do a good job challenging my Jace for card advantage at least. No, that's really good for the home team. I can clear my cards with this. Okay, now we're good. So I don't want to do too much extra damage to myself. So I'm going to ditch this, this, crack this. This is just to get a red source. And this is Benjamin Nikolich's deck, so there isn't a lot of burn in the deck. My opponent doesn't have a colonnade in play or anything like that. It is kind of unfortunate that if my opponent finds a way to deal with this Death Shadow, I kind of just have to let it happen. Because if I don't stub that Elspeth, I'm in a lot of trouble. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, I can actually snap, stub, and cryptic. I can just snap, stub, and get the last card of their hand. So, Snapcaster Mage, target Stubborn Denial. Always yield that. Stubborn Denial this. Leave up black, red. Then I'll just shock my opponent. And then discard a card to make this lethal on the board. Man, these Jaces just run away with these games. There's a verdict or an Kanta activation. Okay. Okay. Begin sideboarding. So against Ben's deck, I want all the removal and grind package and Nile spellbombs to fight Logic Knots and Snapcaster Mages. I don't want these Street Wraiths. I don't want this Terminate. Probably can shave an Angler. Shave a push. I could even shave a land because his main removal spells. Well, he might cut his paths and bring in Runed Halos and Celestial Purges. I guess I'll just cut an Inquisition. You don't want too many of that effect. Very tight game. It's really, I mean, as soon as he pathed there and got the Jace down, like, had he hit that Elspeth though, man, we would have been in a lot of trouble if that Elspeth would have landed. The card's just so backbreaking. It's a pretty good hand. Double discard spell with a little bit of disruption. This is a hand where I might lead with like not do double discard spell on a discard spell on one and just hold up Stubborn Denial because there's so many really high impact 2-drop spells out of their deck post board. They've got like Search for Azcanta and Runed Halo that if he happens to have 2 of them, then like they're gonna be pretty difficult to beat. But that does kind of pigeonhole me if I don't draw like another 1-mana spell to do something with. So now I can actually just play this land, hold up Stubborn Denial, not be punished, and then go double discard spell on turn 2 because I drew something else to do with my mana. Because the last thing I want to see is like double Runed Halo or Runed Halo Search for Azcanta, then put the shields down and just get my mana overloaded. Had I not drawn that Thought Scour, I probably would have just cast the Thoughtseize because there's a chance that he doesn't do anything here. And then it's really important to, then I just waste my mana. And I can't, if the longer this game goes, like, then the harder it's going to get for me. So I don't want to just, I want to be using everything every turn. Okay, Spellbomb's a good draw. Angler's a pretty good draw. Gideon. So I actually just get down my get a Blood Crypt and then get a Spellbomb into play. It's kind of a weak hand. Surprised that they didn't keep this for cycling fodder. I guess they would have needed it to cast Gideon of the Trials next turn. I actually can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I draw a land, then I can play Angler with Stubborn Denial back up. I'm gonna get super punished here if my opponent draws a Jace on this turn. Okay, 2 Lightning Bolts. So that's quite a bit of reach. But they don't have any way to deal with this Angler at the moment. And old Nasty Gurmasty is going to be able to get in there. for some serious damage. Okay, so now are they going to double bolt it? What are they going to do? Or is this burn going at my face? No, they are going to. Okay. Now I'm just going to pop this Spellbomb because I want to hold this Stubborn Denial up for something next turn. Okay. Now I can opt and denial. I'll probably just get a basic. This is just going to get another black source, like another Watery Grave. All right, and draw step. What is he doing on my draw step? We're going to get clicked. Okay, so his last card's an island. So click resolves. Either way, we get a Liliana out of this. There's probably, like, this is tough coming back from. He probably has to take Last Hope. Because his hand sucks anyway, so Liliana the Veil is not even that bad. Alternatively, I can now just go Bolt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tasker, and have Stubborn Denial. So we just know about the island. We were going to stub anything there because we had Snapcaster Mage and we just want to like trade our resources. I guess now we can play. I can play this because I have a card that I want to discard. I'll just ditch this Thought Seize. I'm not ever casting it. I don't need to lose the life total. I could have just activated Tasker, I guess, but it seems kind of mopey. All right, we'll be back for round 5.